Hi, this is Zildy with the Craftin' Mama. I'm going to be doing a tutorial today on a memo board. I've been invited by Crystal from Getting Cricky with Kay Andrew to be a guest blogger, and I told her that I would do a tutorial on a memo board. I never have any space to show my cards in my crafting room, so I figured this would be a great way to put up all my cards that I make and people can see them. So let's get started. I'm starting out with one of those poster boards, but it's the foam poster board because it's a little thicker. And this one's really big, so I'm going to cut it down. It's actually 20 by 30, so I'm going to cut it in half because I don't need it to be that gigantic. And I think 15 inches puts it right to here, so that'll be a decent sized memo board. Okay, so now the board's cut in half. And because I want it to have a little bit of thickness, I'm going to put the two pieces together. So I'm going to just take a little bit of my craft glue and just put it down. It's quick dry Scotch adhesive. I'm just going to put a little bit down, nothing crazy, just so that the two can stick together. Line them up like that. Put a little pressure on them, make sure that they're even all the way around. Give it a little press so that the glue smears around in there. Okay, let's move this. So now that we have that, I'm going to just take a little bit of, I thought I had batting, but I don't, but I have fiberfill. So I'm just going to pull out a little fiberfill to give it a little bit of puffiness, and I'm just going to spread it out. I'll probably use a little bit of craft glue again. I'm just going to try and even this out as nicely as possible. A decent thickness across the board, because again, you won't see any of this. It'll just be underneath here, but it's just going to make it puff a little bit. But fabric's going to actually cover this. And I'm going to actually let it go off the edge a little bit. This way it'll round the edges. Okay. Oh, that almost came out in a sheet. Okay, I went to the craft store and bought a half a yard of fabric. I chose this fun cheetah print. This is going to go up and over our board, as so. And we're going to start out, we're going to carefully take this and flip it over. Okay? And a half a yard should be enough, because we're going to have to pull taut on the fabric to go or wrap around the edges. It's almost like wrapping a present. Okay. Okay, so now we have to affix the fabric to the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to press down on it slightly, and I'm going to roll over the one edge, and I'm going to come in with my stapler, and I'm just going to tack it down like so. And then I'm going to take another little bit, and I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, so this is the back of the board. Once it's all been wrapped and stapled, there is a line across the back here, but you'll never see that. This is the front of the board. See, it's a little puffy. It looks so cute. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to take a spool of ribbon, and I got this really cute, I have a couple of different choices. I have, let's see, I have like a gingham type ribbon, and I have a polka dot ribbon. That's really, really cute. Or should we do a solid color that contrasts it? Maybe like a, I don't know, like a black maybe we could do. or even, let's see, do I have orange? I have orange. That would be really contrasting. And I bought these little flowers thinking I can make them, instead of buttons, I could put the flowers on here. I don't know, the orange looks really cool with it. I'm going to try and go with the orange. And this is just going to pretty much go across in an X pattern. So what I'm going to do, let's see, do I like it like that? I'm going to cut a couple of strips the same length so I can work with it and see how I like it. And I think I want them to be 3, so I can hold 3 ribbon both ways. This way it can hold more. Okay, let's see how this works out. If we put one here, and one here. Let's make sure our angles are the same. You want it to be pretty even looking. Okay. And one, oh, this one needs to come over just a bit. Like that. Okay. Let's see, we'll cut 3 more strips. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we could do them the opposite way. Ooh, I cut a big piece just now. So we'll put this one across the middle like that, because that's the longest piece. And then we'll do another one right here, I think. And then possibly another one, or most certainly, another one right here. And that looks pretty even to me, I think. Oh, and I love the orange with it. Oh, it's so pretty. So, now we're going to attach these. Okay, so now we're back. I've attached all the ribbons, crisscrossing. I used orange because I thought it contrasted really cool, and since I bought these flowers, and I'm thinking I'm going to pop some of those on there, I've added a hang ribbon. But as you can see, the back of the board looks a little messy. Not that anyone's going to see it, but I have this little problem with being a perfectionist. So I looked in my stash to see what I could use to cover it up. And I found this tie-dyed pink and orange duct tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim out the edges around this ribbon to hide it. And this way it'll make it look a little bit cleaner and neater. And it'll lay nicely on the wall this way too. Just in case anybody ever does turn my board over to look at the back of it. So I'm just going to get a rough idea of how much I need. And then I'm going to cut the piece off. Actually, duct tape rips pretty easily. And I'm just going to bring it back here to hide some of this craziness back here. And just press it down to cover it up. And then I'll just trim that little piece of ribbon off that's poking out underneath. So no one even knew that that was there. And then I'm going to continue to do this all the way around. Okay, so I put the duct tape on the back. It's covering up those ugly raw edges from all the ribbon that I had to glue on. And it makes it nice and smooth back here. I know in the beginning I said that I was going to attach these flowers to the front, but then I thought about it and it hogs up a lot of space. And then I remembered that I bought these pink flat marbles at Michael's last week, and I just think they are the cutest thing ever. And I figured, you know what, this will be better to put on here. So I've already started attaching some of them with my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to attach them at every cross point. My glue gun's having a little issue getting going. And you just drop it right on there, press down a little bit, and move on to the next one. You don't need a lot because you don't want it to ooze out around it too much. You just want it to grab a hold of the bead. Okay, so now here's the board with all the flat marbles glued on. You could see it doesn't hog up that much space, and it'll give me more room to store my cards in. Actually, let me show you how that will look. You could just take them and slide them in, and now you could just show them. People can come by and take a look at them. You could showcase all your cards. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to make your own memo board. This was such a low cost project. The board was only $1 at the dollar store. Fabric was $2.25 at Walmart for a half a yard. Ribbon, I already had at home, but it was probably $1 a roll ribbon. And these flat back marbles were also on sale for like $2 or $3 for this whole huge bag. So anyway, until next time, happy crafting. Bye-bye.